Aloha everybody and welcome to this extra part of Sonic and the Black Knight. So, we finished the story mode, we defeated Merlina and stopped her from doing something horrible. And there's a lot of bonus missions we haven't even covered. The story literally takes up like 1/3 of the gameplay. There is so many extra missions to do in order to unlock stuff in the gallery and stuff. But after you beat the story mode, you get one more mission in Deep Woods, and this mission is Lancelot Returns. I would have thought Lancelot would have thought twice about fighting me again. I mean, for God's sake. That first fight we had was utterly, utterly pathetic.
Behold my ultimate power.
But no, for real, Lancelot Returns is the hardest fight in the whole entire game. This is definitely not part of the story mode because it's meant to be ball-bustingly hard, and it's meant to actually test your gamer skills and see if you can achieve a 5-star ranking. Lancelot is not to be taken lightly. What happens here is every time you get close to Lancelot, he always does the Chaos Blast kind of thing, right? He puts up this giant red field of energy, and if you're not blocking it, it will damage you, and it's really hard to get shots in on him like that, right? So, you're going to be using Soul Surge a lot for the Lancelot fight. At least that's the easiest way for me. If you get far away enough from him, he will try to fly towards you with Chaos Control! And, that is a good time to use Soul Surge on him, because when he's in his blue form, just flying, he can't defend himself, and that's the perfect time to just deck him one, right? Block off and block some of his attacks. That's how you fill up your Soul Gauge energy in the first place. And you need Soul Gauge energy because trying to get a hit on this guy when he can put up a Chaos Blast field at any time is very, very stressful and very, very tricky. He also can warp just like that with his Chaos Control, so just because he's far away doesn't mean he can't get right up close to you instantly, so always be on the lookout for that.
I was the ultimate knight.
But that is just not going to happen, Lancelot. You will never be the ultimate knight as long as I'm here. I'm gonna fight this guy 2 more times just so you guys get the hang of this, but the general rule is his combos haven't really changed too much. He shoots a lot more energy projectiles in this fight, basically. Like, he tends to shoot a whole bunch of Chaos Spheres, and you can block all of them, but you can't block forever. That's the important thing to remember. You can only block for a certain amount of time. But you need to block some things in order to fill up your Soul Gauge so that you can do the Soul Surge on this guy, because trying to fight this guy without Soul Surge is a very tricky thing. Now you'll notice I keep hitting him after he puts up the Chaos Blast field with a Soul Surge, and there's a very specific timing to this attack. You have to wait until Lancelot, like he's floating when he does the Chaos Blast, right? Like he's sort of levitating above the ground, and when he drops and lands, that's kind of the time you want to activate Soul Surge and go after him, because that's when the force field actually wears off right away and you can slip right through without taking damage. Because if you try Soul Surging him before he lands on the ground, the field will damage you and you will get hurt. So watch for him, watch for his body movement, watch for his poses, and you can hit him like right away. Like, just look for him to land, wait for his upper body to bend down a little bit, and that's the ticket. If you're a little bit late with that move, it's a very, very specific move, because if you're late with that particular Soul Surge, he will try and put up another Soul Surge because he's in his default standing pose, and he can get ready for anything at that point, right? But there's a very small window, and you have to wait until he sort of stops and bends over and whatnot, But again, the trick to this, in order to make sure you don't get hit, in order to make him come to you and make him play by your rules, He'll shoot Chaos Spears, but eventually he'll get tired of that stuff. And whether he warps in front of you with Chaos Control and try to slash you, whether he flies towards you to get right up close, that's always when he's exposed. That's always when he leaves himself open. So get away from him as much as you can. This area loops in a circle. You'll never run into a dead end. Just keep backing up and backing up and backing up, and he's flying at you. Well then, that's the time to dust out the Soul Surge, after you've blocked some attacks to build up energy anyway. So it's all just you're manipulating him. You're manipulating him to come to you. Again, as soon as you're close to him, after you've knocked him down, he's going to put up that field and try and damage you. You can block it, but you got to be quick about it. You really got to be quick about that stuff. And there's always a split timing. Boom, boom, boom. Screw you. You're dead.
I was the ultimate knight.
That was Lancelot Returns. Oh, Lancelot, you're an idiot. You thought you could defeat me? That's cute. That's adorable. That's so charming. I don't have an ego.